now that we know that we're not sure about the figures because we've got no real true way of assessing it, and we're basing it a lot on owner judgment, and owner judgment is often impaired by their perception of what is normal aging. Let's now talk about what the signs are and bring in DISHAA, so that people have got, I love these acronyms. I love them. Yeah. And I think that this will really help people to start to try and create their own tick list so that they can go prepared. So for those of you that don't know, DISHAA, it's disorientation, interaction, sleep-wake cycle disturbance, house soiling, and activity levels. So talk through that kind of thing. So what kind of things do people notice with their dog when they are suffering cognitive decline?
So disorientation and sleep-wake cycle, you can almost put together in terms of what you're going to see, because the behaviors that you often see with both of those is kind of pacing, restlessness, potentially, kind of aimless wandering, people call it, where the dog might wander into a room and then wander back out again. I mean, I have to say I do sometimes feel like that too. But interestingly, that's not as flippant as it sounds, because I'm most likely to wander into a room, forget why I'm there, and wander back out again when I'm sleep deprived. Yeah. So there's a kind of vicious cycle there. Now, I'm not saying I've got pathological cognitive decline, although I may have. But that sleep-wake cycle disturbance becomes a vicious cycle. So okay, how to do this in a logical way? Sleep-wake cycle has a lot going on for it. So there are a lot of things that can impact your sleep-wake cycle without pathology. So in the normal, healthy, aging brain, you've got a lot going on that's going to disturb your sleep-wake cycle. So one of those things is that you can have background painful conditions. And as we've talked about before, pain can interrupt sleep just by virtue of the fact that it can increase wakefulness because it's painful, it stimulates you, and then your brain responds to that, and so you wake up. But interestingly, pain can also decrease the production of melatonin, which is a hormone produced by your pineal gland at the bottom of your brain that actually helps you sleep, but also helps keep you asleep. So even if you can get yourself to sleep, if you don't have enough melatonin, you're much more likely to wake up, because during your sleeping cycles, you're going to go in and out of deep sleep. And if you don't have enough melatonin, it doesn't keep you low enough to be able to stay asleep. So intermittently, you're waking. So in a painful condition, you've potentially got both of those things going on. So you've got the disturbance of sleep just purely because it's painful. And then you've also got the reduction in melatonin. Now, interestingly, when you're awake, painful conditions interfere with your attention and your attentional processing. So basically the parts of your cortex around the parietal gland and parietal gland, that's because I'm thinking of pineal gland, around the parietal cortex and frontal cortices, which are involved in attentional processing, are affected by pain. And that's because if you think about it as, I've only got so much attention and now some of it's taken up with pain, I haven't got enough left for other things that I might be doing. So pain can also be interfering with your attention while you're awake, and that can look like disorientation or cognitive decline, because attentional deficits are part of the executive function and can actually be affected by some of the brain pathologies associated with dementia.
And I love the fact that I haven't even stimulated you to go this direction, because one of the big reasons to do this is that conflict and overlap. Is this pain? Is this cognitive decline? Is this both? Thank you. Continue.
Yeah. I mean, sleep-wake cycle